Year 1770 to 1782. One of the grimmest realities of the American Revolutionary War, the invisible enemy was often more lethal than the British Redcoats or the Continental Army. Smallpox killed more soldiers during the American Revolution than actual combat, and both sides tried weaponizing it against each other. This wasn't accidental. Military commanders on both sides deliberately attempted to infect enemy troops, turning one of history's deadliest diseases into a battlefield weapon. Smallpox, or variola major, was the ultimate weapon of the era because it was highly contagious, had a 30% mortality rate, and incapacitated those it didn't kill. British General Cornwallis allegedly expelled thousands of escaped slaves who had sought refuge with the British from his camp once they contracted smallpox. The British had a massive advantage from the start. Most of their soldiers had already survived smallpox back in Europe, giving them lifetime immunity. American colonists, especially those from rural areas, had never been exposed. When they joined the Continental Army and crowded into military camps, smallpox ripped through the ranks like wildfire. Washington watched his army disintegrate not from bullets, but from pustules covering men's bodies. British commanders noticed this and exploited it. During sieges, they'd send infected civilians into American lines, knowing the disease would spread. At Quebec in 1775, smallpox devastated the American forces so badly they had to abandon the entire Canadian campaign. Thousands of soldiers became too sick to fight. Hundreds died. The British barely had to fire shots. Washington made a controversial decision in 1777 that changed everything. He ordered mass inoculation of the Continental Army, a procedure where you intentionally infected someone with a mild case to build immunity. This was incredibly risky. The inoculation itself could kill people. It required weeks of quarantine when soldiers were desperately needed. Congress opposed it. Many colonists viewed it as against God's will. Washington did it anyway, in secret, inoculating troops in waves to maintain fighting strength. It worked. Within a year, the Continental Army's smallpox death rate plummeted. American troops could now fight in any conditions, without disease collapsing entire regiments. The irony is brutal. Britain's biological advantage disappeared because Washington took a gamble that modern medicine now recognizes as one of the most important military decisions of the war.